you heard about all this buzz about how AI is going to like revolutionize, well, everything?
Oh, absolutely. It's hard to go a day without hearing about some new AI breakthrough.
Right. And it got me thinking, what about the world of scientific research? Like, what if AI could actually come up with the ideas for the next big discoveries?
Yeah.
Could AI outthink scientists, generate hypotheses, even design experiments?
It's a fascinating question and a timely one for sure.
Totally. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're lucky to have an expert in AI and research joining us to break it all down. Welcome to the show.
It's great to be here. This is such a dynamic field, so I'm excited to dig into this particular research with you.
Me too. So let's jump right in. This research paper we're looking at today, they didn't hold back. They went straight for a big question.
Mm.
Can AI be more creative than actual scientists?
Yeah, they really did. And to tackle that, they focused on something called large language models, LLMs for short.
LLMs. Okay. Remind us what those are again.
Sure, LLMs are basically the brains behind those eerily good text predictions you see on your phone, like when it finishes your sentences. But in this case, they're generating research ideas instead of text messages.
Oh, okay. So instead of asking AI to write a poem or something, they're asking it to come up with brand new research ideas, specifically in the field of natural language processing, which is like what AI studying language itself.
It's very meta, but that's what makes it so interesting. This research gets at the heart of what we consider creative and intellectual. Even defining what makes a research idea novel is tricky for humans. Imagine trying to measure that in an AI.
Right. How do you even test for that? Like, there's no creativity test for AIs or anything.
Yeah. Not quite yet. This is where these researchers got really clever with their study design. They brought in over 100 NLP researchers, actual human experts, to participate.
Okay, so like a big peer review.
Kind of. Some experts wrote their own research ideas, while others reviewed a mix of ideas. But here's the twist. They had no idea which ideas were written by humans and which were generated by the AI.
Oh, wow. A blind taste test for scientific ideas. That's a brilliant setup. So spill the beans. How'd the AI do? Did it impress these experts, or was it a total flop?
Well, get ready for this. The AI-generated ideas were consistently rated as more novel than the ones written by the human experts.
Hold on, wait a minute. Are you telling me the AI actually outcreated the human researchers?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And remember, these evaluations were from over 100 NLP researchers at the top of their game. This wasn't just a fluke, it was statistically significant. In this specific context, AI showed a level of novelty that even seasoned experts found impressive.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. This is huge. But I'm guessing it couldn't have been all smooth sailing for the AI, right?
You're right on the money, it wasn't all perfect. Turns out, while the AI was great at coming up with novel ideas, it kind of stumbled when it came to feasibility.
Feasibility meaning.
Meaning, could these ideas actually be researched? The AI could dream up these wild out there concepts, but they weren't always practical or realistic.
So, like, it'd be like having a blueprint for a flying car, but forgetting about basic things like, I don't know, gravity.
Exactly, great analogy. One AI-generated idea proposed a language translation system that first generates this massive chunk of text in the target language, then it tries to cherry-pick the correct translation from within that huge amount of text.
Whoa, okay.
Interesting in theory, but can you imagine the computing power and resources that would take? Not to mention the potential for errors.
Yeah, I can see how that might get a little complicated. But still, it's pretty incredible that AI is even thinking about this stuff. Like, it's not afraid to push the boundaries of what's possible.
That's what I find so fascinating about it. It hints that AI isn't just copying or following instructions. There's a different kind of originality at play.
It makes you wonder about those human researchers in the study. Did any of them struggle with coming up with novel ideas?
Funny you should ask, because that's one of the most interesting things they found. Sometimes even expert humans can play it safe. They might prioritize ideas that seem more doable, more feasible, even if they're not as groundbreaking or novel.
So it's like the AI is the risk taker, and the humans are more grounded in reality.
It's an interesting dynamic, isn't it? And it highlights the exciting potential for collaboration between humans and AI. They found that when a human expert curated and ranked the AI's ideas, basically cherry-picking the most promising ones, the results were even more impressive. It's like a human AI dream team.
I love that. This all sounds incredibly promising, but are there any potential downsides to AI generating research ideas? Like, what if it all goes wrong? What did the researchers have to say about that?
That's such a crucial question, and yeah, they definitely address that in their paper.
What kind of issues do they bring up?
Well, one concern is the sheer speed at which AI can generate ideas. Like, what happens when AI can brainstorm faster than humans can even comprehend, let alone test and evaluate? It'd be like drinking from a fire hose of information.
Whoa, yeah. I can see how that could become overwhelming really fast. What else?
Another big one is the question of credit and ownership. If an AI generates a breakthrough idea, who gets credit? The researchers who created the AI, the ones who used it. Or, dare I say, the AI itself. These are uncharted territories when it comes to intellectual property.
Those are some seriously big questions about credit and intellectual property.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out legally. Anything else in the paper that stood out to you?
Yeah, there was this whole other concern about what they called idea homogenization. See, right now, these LLMs, they have a tendency to generate similar ideas over and over again.
So instead of this huge explosion of brand new scientific discoveries, we might just end up with a lot of rehashed old ideas.
That's the worry. Like that old saying, there's nothing new under the sun. It could really stifle true diversity in research if we aren't careful.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So AI could help us think of new ideas, but then ironically limit our creativity in the long run.
It's a real concern, and it's not just about the ideas themselves. If we start relying too heavily on AI to generate research ideas, what happens to our own creativity and critical thinking skills?
Mm.
It's like anything else. If you don't use it, you lose it, right?
It's like using a calculator for everything. Eventually, you forget how to do basic math in your head, and those skills are important.
Absolutely. We need to make sure we're using AI to enhance our abilities, not replace them entirely. And that's what I think makes this research so important. It's not just about what AI can do, it's about how we can use it responsibly and ethically.
It sounds like we're at this pivotal moment with AI. It had the potential to be this incredible partner in scientific discovery, pushing us to think in new ways, but we have to be mindful of the potential downsides.
I couldn't agree more. This research really highlights both the potential and the possible pitfalls of AI in research.
Well said. It's a powerful tool that needs to be handled with care.
Exactly. And the thing is, this is just the beginning. AI is constantly evolving, so who knows what amazing advancements and discoveries are just around the corner?
It's both exciting and a little bit intimidating, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. But that's the beauty of scientific exploration, right? We're always pushing boundaries, venturing into the unknown. And it seems like AI might be joining us on that journey in a bigger way than we ever imagined.
And that's the show for today. We've taken a deep dive into the world of AI-generated research, a world that's both fascinating and, let's be honest, a little mind-blowing.
It's true. Who would have thought we'd be talking to AI out-creating scientists?
Right. But it's not just about AI being creative. It's about the practical challenges, the ethical considerations, and then those big questions about the future of research itself.
It's a complex landscape, that's for sure.
It is, but it's a conversation we need to be having now. A huge thank you to our expert for joining us today and sharing their incredible insights.
It's been my pleasure. This is such an important topic, so I'm glad we could dig into it.
Absolutely. And to everyone listening, we hope this has given you a lot to think about. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop learning.